Hello from across the table. My name is Emily.
And I'm Trish.
She's my mom.
And she's my daughter.
Yep.
Mom and daughter duo again.
Yes. This is our first FlossTube video. So hopefully you guys enjoy it and you plan on sticking around.
It's Sunday, April 13th, 2025. And we won't be doing these very often, maybe once a month to get started, but you got to start sometime, right?
Yeah. And this is also like spur of the moment. I called her on
last night.
Did I?
Yeah.
Was it last night? I literally called her last night. So first of all, we've been talking about doing this for quite a while.
Probably since last StitchCon.
Yeah. Like officially started talking about it last. So yeah, that's another thing. We're going to be all over the place. So bear with us because it's probably going to be awkward.
Pretty much.
It's fine. That's who we are. And we're not going to filter.
We might edit, but probably not filter. She might edit, not me.
Oh. Okay, anyways. So yeah, we went to StitchCon in 2023. And so maybe I started in 2022.
I don't know, but she said, "Hey, Mom, do you want to go to a cross-stitch convention with me?" And I said, what?
And I said...
And she goes, "A cross-stitch convention." And I said, "Oh, what?"
It's exactly what it sounds like.
And I'm thinking, well, yeah, I'll go because I don't want to be at work, so might as well.
So yeah, if you don't know what StitchCon is, it is a cross-stitch convention, and I literally explain it. There are 300 people sitting in a big conference room in Cincinnati, Ohio. Well, technically Sharonville, but whatever. Cincinnati, Ohio. And we are all stitching. It's exactly what it sounds like.
And it's so fun.
Yes. We have gone... Oh my gosh. If you guys heard that.
Cats, it's the cat feeders going off.
Yeah. That scared me. I'm not used to that. Anyways, so we've gone to StitchCon the last 2 years, and we'll kind of talk more about that in a little bit. So we just wanted to finally make a FlossTube video and introduce ourselves, show you some of our, we brought all of our WIPs. I have like 10 and she has 5 or so. We're not sure. We'll find out. Yeah. Together.
Yeah.
So yeah, we finally jumped the gun. Like I said, we've been talking about it for
about
short of a year. Yeah. So here we are. Yeah. So again, I'm going to say so a lot. Oh well. My name is Emily. I am 25 years old, and I am currently a senior about to graduate in May with my bachelor's in nursing. So yeah, huge life change coming up soon. But I've been in healthcare, yeah. I've been in healthcare since 2017, started out as a CNA, got my CMA. That was fun. I'm glad I got my CMA, but I didn't use it. I had one shift with my CMA, never again. It was not fun. But then I started nursing school right after graduation. Didn't end up finishing, but that's fine because I then took like a year break in 2022. And then I'm back at it and I'm graduating. So come May 2025, you'll have a new grad nurse here.
Yay!
Yeah. So yeah, a little about my cross-stitch journey. I started cross-stitching like the very first time I ever cross-stitched. Sorry for the glare, by the way. It's fine. I don't know where to put my head. But I started cross-stitching in 2014. I went on a vacation, and then my mom and my little sister came and picked me up, and then we took a vacation to the Four Corners, and while we were there, we stopped at a little mercantile
Gift
general
shop,
store.
general store, yeah.
It's one of those like trinket stores in New Mexico.
We think.
I
have a picture somewhere, but I don't remember.
It's in one of the Four Corners because that's where we were, and it was like 10 minutes away. I'm not sure what corner we were in though.
Well, we were in all four at one time.
Yeah. So anyways, we were in the store walking around, and I saw some cross-stitch kits, and they were like these little Aztec rug designs. And inside of them, they had little tags of the person who made the kit. Oh, designed it?
That's what I thought.
I don't know. Either they designed it or they like put everything into the kit and like made the kit. But the name on the one that I got, was my older sister's nickname. And so it was Liz.
Oh. I thought it was Elizabeth, but
no, it was just Liz. So I went to my mom and I was like, Mom, teach me how to cross stitch. I want to learn how to cross stitch.
Okay.
Yeah. So we picked up a kit. It was like $15 or something.
I don't think it was that much.
I don't know. But it was super small. So I learned how to cross stitch. She taught me how to cross stitch. And then that project I finished in 2022. Because I started it, I would stitch like all the time for maybe a month or two, and then I'd put it down for 2 years. And then I'd find it again randomly, and I'm like, oh yeah. And then I'd start cross stitching, and then I'd get bored and put it down for another 2 or 3 years. So then, like I said, when I went through that little gap between schools, just very not sure what to do with my life sort of thing. So I picked it up again and just blast off.
That was the end of it.
Here we are making a FlossTube video. So yeah, I went gung-ho. I wanted to start all the things. I wanted to get all the things.
And she has a lot.
Yeah, so
I had to look for something through one of her totes one time, and it's like, holy cow, how many of these do you have?
Yeah, so to say I'm an enthusiast of cross stitch is an understatement. I love cross stitch. I love cross stitching and everything about it. So yeah. But anyways, that's a little about me.
And a little about me. I'm not going to tell you how old I am. But anyway.
She's old.
Yeah.
She's old.
Anyway, I started cross-stitching in my early 20s. At the time, I had an office job, so I had a lunch every day. I had set hours every day. I didn't have kids at the time. I had a very small apartment to keep up. So every day on my lunch hour, I would cross-stitch. Every evening when I got home, I would cross-stitch. And then I ended up getting married, and then I had kids, and then I needed therapy. So my therapy was after I got them to bed at 8 or 9 o'clock.
I promise we weren't that bad.
They weren't awful. They weren't. They were really good kids. But I still needed some me time. So every night when I got them into bed, I would sit up and cross-stitch until 1 or 2 in the morning. I, thank the Lord, was also able to be a stay-at-home mom. So that meant I didn't have to get up at the crack of dawn and get my kids dressed and get them to daycare, get myself to work, pack lunches. I am so thankful that I was allowed to do that. So.
Not no more.
No. It went from not having a job to having a job and basically working 6 days a week for the rest of my life. So, I don't have a whole lot of time to cross stitch because by the time I get home, get what needs to be done, dinner, cleaned up after my work, which it's kind of a dirty, dusty
She drives
job.
down dirt roads, so it gets like dusty and it's gross.
Yeah. So, by the time I get all of that done, it's time to go to bed, basically. So
get up and do it all over again.
Yeah, for 6 days a week. I cannot wait till I am retired, so I can
You're
have
so
time.
close.
Maybe. I'm really kind of hoping they fire me, but they won't.
Mom.
They won't.
Anyways.
They won't. So,
Anyways.
I don't have a lot of time to cross stitch. I love it, and it is very relaxing, but believe it or not, her being a student and working several jobs, she has more time to cross stitch than I do. So
yeah.
I think that has something to do actually with a set schedule. I think that helps a lot.
Me?
Yeah, because you know when you have to study, you know when you go to work, you know when you get off work, you can plan accordingly.
Yeah.
I know what time I'm supposed to be at work, but I never know when I'm going to get done at work. I don't get off work, I get done at work.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Anyways, you said you started stitching in your early 20s.
Yes. One
Back
of the
to cross
pieces
stitch.
that I did early on is back here on the wall, which we can show that later.
Yeah, we do have a few plans. I know we want to do some finishes. I do plan on recording our trip to StitchCon this year.
Because we're excited about going again, because I'm excited about being off work.
Yeah. And my roommate is actually going to be joining us this year. So that'll be fun to introduce her. She's going to get very overwhelmed, but it's okay. We were very overwhelmed our first year too, so.
But, you know, people are always scared to go to StitchCon and not know anybody. We went with just the two of us. And the table that we ended up sitting with, I was thrilled with. And it was very interesting to me.
Well, okay. She says it like I hated it. No, I actually loved the people too.
No. No, that's not what I'm saying.
Oh.
I'm saying we had such an interesting table because she was in her 20s. There was another girl that was in her 30s. There was another girl that was in her 40s. There was another girl that was in her 50s. Then there was me. And then there was another lady who was older than me. We had such a great time. And we still, like last year when we went, we were all going, are we going to sit at the same table? Are we going to sit at the same table? Somebody claim a table. So if anybody watches this and they're scared to go to StitchCon because they don't know anybody,
Go. You will find friends. And like I said, like we had such, like that first year is such a great example for us because like our second year, you're a little more comfortable and then you're not really nervous to make friends because you know you will. But yeah, that first year, and it was like we all also like, even though we're in different decades of our life and we all were vastly different in who our personalities were and our, like the way we think about the world and just like our jobs, like we all were so different, but yet that whole entire weekend, we had so much fun because we all loved cross-stitching. And I don't know how to explain to people the community that cross-stitch gives you because everybody is so nice and kind and you don't have to agree on other things outside. Like cross-stitch will bring you together and you just like everyone's just respectful and we're just people who love to cross stitch. Okay. Like, yeah. So,
and you know, I had been out of cross stitch for so long because I thought I was the only one in the world that did it because there I was at home in my little corner cross stitching, you know, while my kids were sleeping. And when she came to me about it, I'm just going like, what? There's a whole world of cross-stitch people?
There's a whole world.
You're going to get 300 people in a room all cross-stitching?
Well, technically 600 because there's 2 weekends.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say. So there's a lot of us out there. I just wish I had more time to do it.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's a little bit about us. Yeah, do you want to get on to our WIPs?
I don't care.
Okay. Do you want to go first?
I don't care. Oh, I can, because I have a lot less than she does.
Yeah. Okay, so, yeah, we'll start
My first one is my oldest one. And I don't even remember if this was a postcard or if it was just a small poster. It was something that I saw that I had a friend at the time that really needed this, but I never got it done. So I'll just flip real fast. It was a poem that I was going to cross stitch for her, and it's so old that it has masking tape for the edging, and that's as much as I have done. I had to pick colors that I liked because, like I said, it wasn't a pattern. If I could find, I don't care. If I can find the original thing that I copied that off of, and I just copied it onto graph paper, so it's not even to scale or anything.
Oh, some of your masking tape fell off.
Well,
it's not
to
even
be
like
expected.
it's not even sticky anymore.
It's to be expected.
It's crusty.
I know. So if I ever find the original that I made the copy of, and now that we have actual programs to make patterns, I will have somebody actually do that. So this may end up in the trash and I may start it again. I don't know.
UFO. Oh yeah, so then for those, again, who don't know what a WIP is, it is a work in progress. So these are all of the things that we are currently working on.
Oh, and something that we probably should mention is, since we are going to StitchCon again, if I get mine finished.
That's a strong if.
Yeah, it's a big if. What we like to do is we will save 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 stitches, whatever is easy. She will finish mine and I will finish hers.
You have to start from the beginning.
Oh,
so we start. No, you never said. So we for our first year, we were like, let's have a StitchCon start, like something that we can remember this event by. And so then we started something at StitchCon, and then when we found out we were going again last year, we were like, oh, what if we like finish it at StitchCon? Because they also have like a whole thing about finishes and stuff like that. It's really fun. Yeah. So we're like, what if we finish it at StitchCon? And then we were like, well, what if you finish mine and then I finish yours? So then now it's become a thing where we start a new start while we're at StitchCon. We usually like kit it up before, just because it gives us a little more time to get our fabric, and I like my fabric. Did I say that in this video or the last one? We recorded this 3 times now, so I don't remember what I said this time, but when I kit fabrics.
Yes, I think you did.
Yeah. So I pick my fabric first, and then I pick my floss. Other people don't. So we usually kit up a project here at our LNS. And then we take it with us, and then we start it. And then the project we started the year before, we will finish it there. And so this was our StitchCon 2024 project.
And this is what it is.
One Stitch at a Time by Lottie Daw.
And apparently I like Lottie Daw because I have a lot of their stuff. So,
yeah.
Unfortunately, hers is almost finished.
Here, I can pull mine out actually. Yeah.
And mine is this hard. So,
she's probably not even 25% done.
No, I'm sure I'm probably not. So I really need to sit down and start stitching before June. I did work on it yesterday, so I'm planning on working on it some more today.
Her needle minder is a little cat. That's so cute. It's like a Mona Lisa cat. How cute. But
so
sorry for the zippers.
Yeah,
we might remember that next time. This is mine. Mine is in this little cute bag. It's quilted by the Feathered Stitcher. She is a local to, I think she is in Wichita.
Oh.
Amberly gets all of her.
I don't remember.
I don't remember. But she's the Feathered Quilter, and I love it. my middle name is Rose, so I like roses. And then it came with a little, like a notions bag, I think. Is that what it's called? A notions bag? I don't know. It came with a little matching pouch. So the inside is just this little like white plus sign things, but yeah. And then I am technically 100% done, but I'm gonna add Stitcher. It's the feathered Stitcher.
Oh.
Or maybe it's not the feathered quilter. Not .com. Just look up Wichita. I don't know. Anyways, so this is where, oh, my needle minder fell off. It's a little bobbin with a needle. I got this from, oh, I can't remember now. Anyways, but, and this is where I'm at. So like I said, I'm pretty much 100% done. The only thing I have is over here, right here, I'm gonna add 2025 in it. And then I also graphed my initials right there. So yeah. My fabric, what did I stitch this on? I stitched it on 32 count lightly salted Lugana. So it's a little different than Mom's.
I'm stitching. Why do I say I stitched? Because it's not done. I did mine on 32 count burnt sand linen. And me and linen, we have a love-hate relationship. I love linen, but for some reason, linen does not like me.
I have not seen somebody frog so much stitching on linen like I have my mom.
But I love it. I love the way it looks.
Yeah.
So this is another one of my WIPs. Another La-Di-Da. Our Daily Bread. I'm stitching it on 32 count parchment linen. And again, that's all the farther I've gotten.
Oh, that's backwards.
Oh, it is? See? I can't even see. That, we had, see, I didn't even know it was still in existence at the time. We had an LNS in Wichita called Heart's Desire, but they have since gone.
They closed.
Yeah. So
which is fine because like
now we have Floss and Needle.
Yeah, and it's actually closer to us. So it was funny because Heart's Desire was like, we're gonna be closing, and then literally everybody, because Kansas, I mean, this is anywhere, there's not a lot of needlework shops designated for cross stitch. Like you can find like needlepoint, like punch needle or embroidery a lot of places,
and quilting.
Yeah, but cross stitch there's so few. So right when Heart's Desire closed in Wichita, which is like an hour from us, Floss and Needle opened. So yeah, and I'm excited. Yeah. My mom was like, you need to go talk to her and see if you can get a job. And I was like, no. Well, then they were open for a few months. And then I finally went and talked to her. And that's literally my favorite job. I love it so much. I'll never quit.
And this is one of my starts that I started last year at StitchCon. And a woman came into Floss and Needle and just had a whole box. I believe it was her mother's stuff. Her mother had passed away and she didn't feel like she had good enough eyesight to cross stitch. So she just said, here, if people want it, have it. If not, do whatever with it. And as I was going through the stuff, I saw that and I went, oh, guess what? I'm from Kansas. Let's get it. So I did. I started it at StitchCon last year. And
isn't this one too, like with the description of each thing? Doesn't it talk about each of these? Yeah.
And there again, that's as far as I've gotten. Not very far. And the two needle minders on there, they were both gifts from people passing out stuff at StitchCon. Because there are lots of people that just go around and pass stuff out. And here, would you like a needle minder? Well, sure.
Do you remember what the fabric is? Oh, this is, I actually know what this is. This is,
Biscuit.
yeah, Biscuit by Mystic Fabrics.
Who sat at our table the first year. We loved it.
Yeah. Her fabrics, I'm not even saying this because we're friends. Her fabrics
are delicious.
Yes. They are so soft and beautiful. Literally just beautiful.
There again, she opened a brick and mortar store, and I believe, I'm not sure, I think it's Rossville.
I could not tell you.
I don't remember. I'd have to look it up. But it's Mystic Fabrics. So she has a website. Her fabrics are just scrumptious.
Yeah. And her whole story on how she got started is so amazing.
Incredible.
She literally started from the bare bottom, and now she opened her own store, and it's crazy to think about, like, that we know her, because I'm like, I know her. She's like famous.
Yeah. She started just a little bit. She started, she cross-stitched, but she was tired of the white, the gray, the mushroom Lugana. So she started getting her own fabrics and dyeing her own fabrics, and started in her garage and moved to her basement and moved to a whole place in her house. And now she's got her own store.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
If you ever want some fabric, new fabric, check out Mystic Fabrics. If I remember, I'll try and link it.
Oh, that'd be good.
Yeah. I will.
You could link Floss and Needle too.
Yeah. I'll have some links in the description box. So.
Speaking of 28 count mushroom Lugana, believe it or not.
Is this one mine?
Yes.
Is it finished?
Well, except for putting it together.
Oh.
This is her stocking. Like, she's 25 years old. Does she really need a stocking now? No. But I'm going to finish it anyway. Those were one of the bigger projects that I did. I did one for her older sister, and then hers, and then my next WIP will be.
This was out of one of those, like, country magazines,
Cross Stitch and Country.
It's like a very popular one. Like, if you recognize this, you know somebody with that magazine.
Yeah.
And you know somebody who's made a stocking out of it.
This is the last WIP that I have, which is her younger sister's stocking, who's now 23. So, again, it takes me a while to get anything done. And right here, I was half a stitch off, so I had to frog all of that because there was no way I could fake it. So,
nice.
But that is all of my WIPs.
So how many was that? 1, 2, 3, 4?
1, 2.
This one just needs finished.
Yeah.
So
1, 2, 3,
5.
4, 5.
5.
6.
Oh, 6.
6. Woo.
Hey, that's more than
6
than you thought.
Yeah.
So
I could just get them finished.
I know. Yeah, so on to mine. So you saw the first WIP, which was the One Stitch at a Time by Lottie Doc. The second one, this is in a bag from So Much to Love.
Yeah. Now when we first started watching FlossTubes, I didn't even know there was a FlossTube channel. She had to point that out to me.
Again,
I'm
sorry for the zipper.
Sitting here going, why do you need all these project bags? Now I know. And I love them.
Yeah.
But, oh well.
Yeah. So again, this is So Much to Love. If you don't know who she is, go check her out. She has an Etsy store. I don't think she has her like a website. I think she's just Etsy. She does have a Facebook and stuff, but Pam and Steph from Just Keep Stitching actually they have gotten her bags for I don't know how long. And then when I started watching FlossTube, when I first got back into cross stitching, I still watch FlossTube all the time, but they were one of the first people I watched. So shout out to them. And they're also the ones that kind of like started StitchCon with their LNS keepsakes in Cincinnati. So, but yeah, that's why I have her bags. Most of my project bags are hers. But anyways, project bag from her. This pattern is from Beautiful, oh my gosh, I'm blanking on all of the names now that I'm trying to. I'll have to put a picture in on this one.
The pattern in your bag?
No, because it's on my phone. It's a digital pattern.
See? Digital patterns. I didn't have that. There again, I'm old school. I use paper.
Yeah. So I'm probably going to cover someone's face or, I don't know. I'll put a picture in somehow. But anyways, it's called Castle by Stitches So Beautiful. That's what it was. Stitches So, S-E-W, Beautiful. And this is all I've gotten.
But look at that little tiny count.
Yeah. This is 56 count white linen, like Kingston linen or something like that. I don't know. But yeah.
I always ask her, how do you see that? And her response, young eyes.
Even though I'm blind without my glasses.
So I have magnifiers that I have to use. But
I
that's
stitched
fine.
that. Yeah. I stitched this in hand, so I just kind of throw it in there. The next one I have, this one is literally almost finished. I just need to finish it. So it's Amazing Grace by Erica Michaels. Ooh, that's a bad glare. But I did a full conversion, so this pattern is pretty much irrelevant.
Other than where the stitches go.
Yeah, but this, this is my progress. So I am doing it on 32 count Riviera Aqua. Riviera Aqua. Riviera Aqua.
Linen.
Yeah. So the only thing I have left is I have these little cross charms, and then I'm gonna sew them, like put them in here, and then I'll be done.
And it's very pretty.
Yeah, like I just need to finish it. So anyways, but that's that. And I'm putting everything back in the bag because I'm trying to
We're trying to stay organized because we seem so disorganized.
This one I was working on the other day. I took it out of my Q-snap, and then I didn't put it back in, so I started stitching this one in hand too.
I don't know how you do that either, but yeah.
I use Q-snaps mainly. I do have one I didn't bring just because I didn't want to travel, and I could have brought it, but I didn't, and I'll talk about it and I'll put a picture in. But this next one is by the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. It was a stitch along in 2022 or 2023. I don't remember. It's called Under the Sea. And this was a full kit. I ordered the kit. So, I did put some gold Krynic where the crown is, and then the little necklace right here. And then I am planning, there's little anchors in all 4 corners. And so again, this is a digital pattern, so I'll try and pop up a picture somewhere. But I'm planning on putting silver Kreinik, like a silver Kreinik.
Just look at me like I know.
For the anchors. I saw someone else do that and I thought it was really pretty. And I also changed the mermaid's hair to purple because why not?
Mermaids have purple hair.
Yeah, so that is
What color is it supposed to be?
It was supposed to be, I think it was this, one of these purples in the octopus. But I thought it blended, like it blended too much with their tail. And so I just made it pretty much a brighter purple. But I don't know what I'm stitching this on because I ordered it as a kit. I think it's 28 count Nessie Lugon or
looks like a Lugon.
linen.
No, it's not a linen.
Yeah, it is. It's linen. I think it's 28 count Nessie, but don't quote me on that because I'm not entirely.
But it looks too even to be a linen.
No, Mom, there's literally linen, like thickness.
Okay.
She's trying to find me.
I can't see. What do you expect?
So yeah, again, I've been stitching that one in hand.
Mm-hmm.
Next, I started this 2023, I think. And it became my travel piece. So I started stitching it in the car on our way to Ohio because it's a 13-hour drive. This year we are breaking it up into 2 days.
So we can stop at Color and Cotton.
Yes, in St. Louis.
Yes.
But yeah, it was a 13-hour drive. So I stitched the whole time. She drives during the day. I drive at night. And then I drive when we're in town. Because
her reactions are faster.
anyways, it's a Mill Hill buttons and beads kit. This one is water pump. So this is my progress.
And this is a magnetic frame if you haven't seen those before.
Yes.
And our LNS has those.
Yes, I absolutely love this. So I don't know if you'll be able to tell, but it's, okay, no. I'll show you. See, it just pops right out. So, I first started stitching this like just with the paper, perforated paper, and now it's literally all like bent and gross and crinkly, and like my hands have like started disintegrating it. So my boss, who is the owner of Floss and Needle, ordered these, and so now I love it, especially if you do mill hills. I have a lot of mill hills, so I love it so much.
Some of my mill hills, I'm gonna have to get one. That's okay.
Yeah, and you like, there's so many out there now that I'm aware of them, but yeah.
And you can use them for a frame too when you get done.
Yeah, like you can hang it on your wall and that, and then it's easy to switch out if you want to switch your projects. This one, if I can get it out. Oh, I haven't been showing my bags. I'll start doing it. But this again is a So Much to Love bag. Has little beautiful gourds and then polka dots. This is a dimensions kit called Aurora Cabin, I believe. This is how far I've gotten. It's kind of rough. I'm using everything in the kit, so that includes the fabric, and the fabric is a very stiff Aida, and I don't mind stitching on Aida. Like, I'm pretty flexible in what fabric I like to stitch on. I'm not really sure I have a preference. Again, if I like it, then I'll stitch on it. So yeah, it's a 14 count Aida from the kit, and I tried a new method of gridding. So I got fishing wire. Yeah, I got fishing wire, and then my back. I'm going to show you my back. But, and then just like made 10 by 10 grids. And then, yeah. And then when you're done, you should just be able to pull it out. I saw a YouTube video or a video on it. And then I was like, I'm going to try it. I don't know how I like it. We'll see how easy it is to pull out as well. But this is how far I've gotten. Sometimes I have to really be in the mood for this because this blue parts is 6 strands. So it is like very hard to get through the fabric, and I'm gonna break my needle. I know it. So, but yeah, it is really pretty, and I think if I can just get past this sky, it'll get better at my house. Oh. Yeah. So there's that one. This next one.
I like this bag.
Yeah.
With the turkeys.
So Much to Love bag with the hair included. Turkeys.
Not mine. This is the first time it's been at my house. But it wasn't in a tote.
This is also a dimensions kit. I got this with a friend at the time who wanted to learn how to cross stitch. So we went to Hobby Lobby, or where did we go? Walmart maybe? Maybe it was Walmart.
Hmm? They do? Maybe it's just ours.
I don't remember where I was at. I think I was at Walmart. And so we just got some like easy kits, and I was trying to teach her how to cross stitch. So I picked this one up as well so then I could show her. It is called Sweet Cow. And this is all I got. I believe this is the cow's neck, I think. I'm not really sure, but
Do you have a picture of it?
yeah, at home. A lot of these I'm gonna have to put pictures in because I use my iPad to cross stitch. I use Markup RXP, so I don't I have a lot of digital patterns, so yeah,
which is crazy to me, but
yeah. Okay, this next one, I got this one. Yeah. So this, So Much to Love, and then the inside is this.
Is that not cute?
Yeah.
Is that not cute?
Yeah. And I do try to theme my bags to the projects. So, yeah. This pattern is by Jan Hicks. It is E Pluribus Unum, which is the Kansas, or it's the motto.
Yes.
Kansas?
I believe I'm not good at Latin because I never took Latin, but I think E Pluribus Unum is In God We Trust. I think. I could be totally wrong.
Is it Kansas or is it the whole United States?
It's on all our coins.
So it's the whole United States?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, like it's the slogan of something. But Floss and Needle had something is on my leg.
Jan Hicks trunk
show. And so I bought this. And I am using, let me see if it's in here because I don't remember what it's called. But I was working one day and I was like going through our fabrics and I saw this fabric and I knew I wanted to do this. Like I wanted to do something from hers because I had gotten a few patterns, including this one. And I was looking through the patterns and I saw the fabrics and I saw this one and I was like, call me crazy, but I think it'll work. So again, I picked my fabric first and then I altered floss later. But I'm stitching this on 40 count Fog Gray. I don't know who it's by because I didn't write it down. But it's Fog Gray. And this is where I've gotten. So I love it. Absolutely love it. Yeah. it's funny. And then I have a little snowflower because of Kansas. So yeah, it's funny because when I'm at work, the owner, Amberly, I'm all like, it's crazy, but I think it'll work. And she's so like, you should do it. And then the other girl who works there, her name is Natalie, and we call her Nat. She also was like, you should do it, Emily, you should do it. So then I was peer pressured and I got it and I started it. So yeah, I love this one though. I need to work on that again. And my last WIP, well, actually it's not because I have one at home that I didn't bring.
See? She's got way more
well,
than 6.
Okay, I have more than what I brought. But some of them are like smalls. And so like I have one in my work bag because I work at a very small hospital. And so sometimes we have downtime, and if I get everything done, I'll just pull it out real quick. Or when I am at school, we have breaks. And so during our breaks, I'll do a few stitches. But they're smalls. So
see there again, once I'm at work, I am working constantly until I'm done.
So this one, So Much to Love. This has, what are these, bluebell? It's not lavender. Blue bonnets.
I think. I don't think they're lilacs, because lilacs are purple or white, not blue.
Yeah. So anyways, and then this one is Forever in Peace May You Wave by Sweet Wing Studio.
I like them too. I have a lot of their stuff.
Yes. I love her patterns. She always adds like a verse too, and I just love her patterns, and they're so good. So this is this one, and I started this one in Colorado. We went on a family vacation in 2023 to Colorado.
Yeah.
And we went to Denver to a stitching shop. The store in Denver is called A Stitching Shop.
But they have all kinds of cross stitch. I was amazed when we walked in there, because when we were driving through the neighborhood, I'm sitting here going like, there's a cross stitch store down here? We pulled into the parking lot. The parking lot was really small. The building looks really small. But when you walk in there, that building is huge. We were in there, Emily, me, my youngest daughter, and my 2-year-old grandson at the time. We were in there for almost 3 hours with a 2-year-old.
They literally were like, okay, we're closing. And we're like,
wait a minute, we haven't seen everything.
Yeah. There's a lot. But they were so nice. Yes. And I spent more money than I dared to admit. I put myself on a budget. Yeah. They rang me up and they're like, this is your total. Are you sure? I'm like, yeah, here's my credit card. Take it.
Take it, please. Take it.
So, and then it's funny because I kitted this up there, and the called for one of the red, or there was a called for red and a called for blue that they didn't have. And they were like, well, do you want us to order it? And then I was like, yeah. Because then I still picked out some other like substitutions. Well, then I ended up liking the substitutions. I completely forgot that I had ordered floss for this. And then like a year or so later, I get this package in the mail, and it's the floss that I had ordered. And I'm like, what is this? What? I didn't order anything. And it was the floss for this because I had like given them my card information, and yeah, I was like a year later, oh my gosh, they remembered because I didn't. But yeah, so anyways, this is where I'm at. This is such a fun stitch. I just like how each border and like row is different, and so if I get bored, then I can switch to another row and
entertain herself again.
Yeah, and I love it. I'm stitching this on 28 count mushroom Lugana, and I am doing 3/2. So yeah, I wanted more thickness, I guess, but I forget, and so I've had to rip some stuff out when I pick it up because I'm like, oh yeah, doing 3. But anyways, so the one project that I know I didn't bring, well, I might just show it. It's a parrot. It's a full coverage.
Oh, it's pretty. It's pretty.
Yeah,
Pretty big, but it's pretty.
Yeah. I might insert a picture. I don't know. Probably not, honestly. I'll just bring it later because I don't want to bring it. But anyways, so yeah, those are our WIPs.
Try and do some finishes maybe next time.
Yeah.
Some of mine might be really old.
Yeah, Mom has a lot like this one. She has a lot around the house that she's stitched. And then I've got a few finishes at my house, and we do have, you have some at the shop.
Oh, yes, for finishes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we'll probably do a finish video at some point, and then like she said earlier, we probably won't do a lot of updates just because we live like 40 minutes apart from each other now, and just timing and everything, and I don't really know how much progress.
And it's hard for me to get time to stitch because I work a lot.
So yeah, we'll probably maybe do like once a month. Sundays are probably the best days for us because we go to church and then we just hang out for the rest of the evening. But yeah, I think for
and when she finishes school and moves back to McPherson, she'll be a lot closer, so it'll be a lot easier for us to get together then.
Yeah, but I think for the rest of the day we're just going to stitch, hang out, and get ready for tomorrow because we both well, I have clinicals tomorrow, and then she works, so yeah. But anyways, thank you guys so much. If you're still here, thank you guys for hanging out with us, and we hope to see you next time.
We'll see you next time from
Across the table. Bye.